Hello everyone. In this video, I will introduce the thickness template for testing various materials offered by Shapeways. This is mostly an item for designers who want to create highly precise interlocking elements with a tolerance of 0.1 mm. The templates can save you a lot of time and money by passing the trial and error process. What is designed is usually not what is printed. The thickness of a printed material is often thicker than expected. For example, in matte black steel, a 1 mm thick tab will not fit a 1 mm slot. Rather, it requires a minimum of 1.4 mm. Even at 1.4, the connection is very tight and the tab needs to be hammered in, slightly warping the steel. A 1.5 mm gap is snug, and a 1.6 mm gap is loose but can still work. From the materials I've already tested, the deviations are mostly consistent. That means that a 1 mm tab fitting into a 1.5 mm slot concurs with a 1.4 mm tab fitting into a 1.9 mm slot. The only exception has been the translucent plastic material, which got rougher on one side due to the direction that it was printed. This is one example of how the template can flag potential problems that a design might have. Different materials have different amounts of extra thickness. Strong and flexible plastic can fit a 1 mm tab into a 1 mm slot, but it has to be forced in and would bend the plastic. A 1.1 mm slot is more appropriate. The template is also a simple, straightforward way to test how one material can fit into another. It's very important to feel the difference of these connections with your own hands to determine what feels right. Even if I gave a whole list of thicknesses that can fit into each other, it would be very hard for me to describe what would be the best fit for your project. What seems like a snug connection for one person might be too loose for another. Each template is composed of two parts, the tabs and the slots. The tabs are designed to be tested inside any slot. Let's say that you want to design something to hold a USB thumb drive. You can use a template to directly determine which thickness would make the best connection. The second part, with the slots, can be tested against any flat object, such as the fin of an air conditioner or the edge of a credit card. This is a better way of finding out thicknesses than even an electric ruler, because if you use the measurements from a ruler, what you end up printing might still be off. The slots also have a hole through them with corresponding diameters, allowing you to test which size a screw or wire can fit through and with what degree of friction. Larger templates can also be used to determine which size is appropriate to accommodate for larger screws. Since the holes do not have actual threads, the screws should not be forced in such a way that the template bulges out. Instead, the template is only meant to determine what level of friction is adequate to house the screw for a perfect fit. Each tab or slot have engraved next to them the dimensions that they were originally designed in. Again, these can save you money from printing countless iterations of a product to make it just right, and time from waiting the typical 1 month for each iteration to arrive from Shapeways. The link to this product can be found below in the description. Thank you for watching.